Coach Andrews. He's going to make the opening statement and then take some questions. Coach?
Well, that was a tale of two halves. We played, I thought, really well in the first half and, just about every phase. And then the second half made some errors. It's kind of one of those things that usually doesn't happen in pro football where you don't have any turnovers. You have a third down. You win the third down battle. It's even on sacks, or actually we won the sack ratio. The difference was the block punt in the second half for a touchdown. And, for years, I coached a guy in the NFL, a quarterback by the name of Steve McNair. And in the night before the meeting, or the night before the game meeting, he'd stand up and offer $1,000 to the punt block team for a blocked field goal for a touchdown out of his pocket. He knew how hard that is to recover from, and he was speaking to me tonight when that happened. It was like, oh boy, here we go. I got to hand it to Coach Nolan, who we had an opportunity to get to know each other this year, and he did. I thought he did a tremendous job, particularly after the first half. Bringing the guys out, and they changed everything that they've been doing really on offense, and went to a ball control offense, and it ended up working out for them. And I hope they have a good run, in the playoffs. Questions? Pardon me?
What was your message to the team just now?
Just now, I told them, that as pro football players, I told them bottle that feeling that they're having right now and remember it and use that as motivation when things get tough and wherever it is that they're playing, and that you let a team back in that you shouldn't have let it happen, so it can happen, and to always remember that and work to not allow that to happen wherever they are, wherever they're playing in the future.
What's your biggest takeaway from this season that you're going to go forward with personally?
Well, the pro football is there's a lot of components that have to happen. One, you have to have talented players. I felt like we had talented players, enough of them, and then you got to stay healthy, and that's one thing that we didn't do. And so my takeaway is that we'll probably look at a different roster makeup and adjust some of the numbers so that the areas on the team that we seem to have gotten hit hard on. We've played 5 different offensive tackles. Just one after another. They play 2 weeks and then they get injured and they're gone. So that's really difficult when you don't have continuity like that. And so one of the things is that we'll probably change some of the numbers on some of the position areas and adjust those, based on the ones that seem to have more prevalence of injury.
And then just for clarification purposes, do you know if someone got a piece of Luis's 50-yarder, the one that hit the crossbar, or was that just kind of an error?
I don't think they did. I think he topped it. Okay. I mean, or it looked to me that's what it looked like to me, is that he topped it, and it was close. I mean, it hit the crossbar and another inch or two, but it was a low kick, so kind of uncharacteristic of him, obviously. So, but anything else? Yeah.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, this is David Belanger here in Philadelphia. 2 questions for you. One, Can you talk about the play on the offense? In the first half, you guys were explosive, and then what happened in the second half? You guys got out.
Well, yeah, that it just kind of goes right back to what I was just talking about. It was, we lost our left tackle, and now we're scrambling, and that's a guy that we've only had him 2-3 weeks, and he went down with a shoulder injury, and now we're playing really a kid that came right out of college this year that we signed, just about 10 days ago, and he's thrown into a pro football game where, he's got some size and ability and pedigree. His father played in the NFL, but he's adjusting to the speed of the game right now because he played at Aurora College in Illinois, which is a Division III. So you can imagine how fast the game was for him tonight, and we were trying to do everything we could to help with that. Yeah, we and you got to hand it to Michigan for they did a better job in the second half of disguising things and knocking balls down and forcing our quarterback to try to have to extend the play. So there were several factors that kind of built up and added up for us. Yeah, I mean, would we have loved to play a second half like we did in the first? Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be talking this way. We'd be getting ready to go to Canton for the playoffs.
And can you talk about, is there any update on the injury to running back Dexter Williams?
Yeah, no, I have not heard anything. And I really didn't. I don't even know. What is it? Just the fact that they splinted it to go out. There was, something. It's in the knee. That's about all I know.
And can you just talk about you played in the USFL title game last year, and now
Yes.
you're missing the playoffs. Just talk about the range of emotions you guys are going through.
Well, I mean, just the range of emotion of the guys came out. They played really hard and well in the first half, and everything was real upbeat and positive. And then the second half was, like I said, it was the tale of two halves, and it just seemed like everything in the second half that could go wrong did at the very worst moment. Yet we were right in it till the end, and we allowed them to get a first down on that last drive, and that was the difference.
What is your message to your fans here in Philadelphia about what happened this season?
Well, I think that our message is that we feel like we can do better than that. We feel like we had a pretty good team. We were entertaining at times, and then at times because of different things, particularly injuries to our roster, that we didn't come through with the way we wanted it to turn out for them.
As you said, tale two halves. And
Yeah.
Kind of the turning point was that blocked punt that they returned for a touchdown. Just take me through what happened there, and just kind of how it took the start out of your offense.
Yeah, we had and again we're looking at it quickly on the tablets, on the sideline, but we had really it came down to two guys, two of our players that just really whiffed on blocks and allowed that to happen, and it was. The scheme was fine. Everything, it's something that we've done well all year, and two guys took a play off, and we end up with a block punt for a touchdown.
And then secondly, you played E.J. Perry today instead of Josh Love. Were you expecting that? I mean, it kind of came as a surprise to us on Friday when the announcement was made. Just take me through what it is preparing to play him as opposed to Josh Love.
Well, we had heard early in the week that there was going to be a change made. These guys, they're in the same building, for meetings and training room, and we practice at the same spot. They share a locker room, so it wasn't a secret. We heard early on. They changed really what they do on offense. It wasn't it wasn't a shock to us. It was kind of what we expected. They were going to go to the run game, and they were going to try to win with defense. And you know, it worked out, you know, in their favor. You know, more probably with the special team errors that we had. It seemed like every time we had a return that was decent, we had a penalty. You know, and so, you know, we had a lot of that was going on. And you know, that second half, we were our own worst enemy.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.